Hey, what's up, guys? Matt Modi with OddsJam, and what we're going to be doing in this video is talking about futures markets, specifically the World Series future market in this one, and we're going to be talking about how we can use the true line of a line pulled from Pinnacle, and use that to find positive expected value futures that we can actually place bets on. There's a mathematical way we can do this, which is pretty cool. One thing that I did want to talk about is the OddsJam Discord. This is something that we have recently launched, and we've made a couple tweaks trying to fine tune it, making it just providing the best value for all the everybody that would use it. And it's a sports betting community where we post all our premium picks. If you do want to pay for our premium picks, you can get them here. If not, we'll post some free picks. We have trophies that come from our biggest wins that have been posted somewhere in the Discord. We have positive EV betting strategies where we have certain users will just talk about their positive EV betting strategies, exactly what it sounds like. And the goal of the Discord really is just to provide value for you guys. So we're tracking all of our profit and loss for our paid picks in this Discord, of course. We have it all tracked in a spreadsheet, which you can access here. This spreadsheet is in the link in the description of the video. If you're looking at the description, the first 4 lines are going to be the most important. Everything is being tracked in here. So our expert picks, which really just is everything that's not prize picks. So baseball, WNBA, football when that comes around, tennis, some random stuff like that. Obviously baseball when it comes back. Everything is being tracked here. And then our prize picks is also being tracked separately. So then we have this total profit page, which lists exactly what we're talking about. So we're tracking everything by units. So we'll post a play. You'll know exactly how much to tail on it. And already, since we've been tracking this is just like a week old. We're up 18 units. So if you were a $100 bettor, if you were a $100 unit, you'd be up $1,800, which is pretty good. And in order to find out how much you would be up, all you need to do is just multiply the total units by what your unit bet size is, and you can get to that amount. So I definitely recommend joining the Discord, tracking, following along with all of our picks, all of our best bets. Hopefully it provides a lot of value for you guys. Like I said, we do have some paid stuff, but we also have a lot of free stuff if you want to join as well. Again, the link is in the description of the video. But anyway, so like I said, we will be talking about futures markets in this one. Specifically the MLB. So what we have up here are just all of the futures odds directly from OddsJam. I'm on oddsjam.com. MLB Futures Odds World Series champs, right? And unsurprisingly, we see the Yankees as the biggest favorite, have the best odds, with the Dodgers as a close second, the Astros third, Mets fourth, and so on and so forth. So everybody knows from watching these videos that the OddsJam line is pulled from the most accurate line in the world in terms of pricing odds. These odds pulled from the OddsJam line are going to be viewed as quote unquote the true line and are going to have the biggest, most accurate representation of what a market should be priced at. Tongue twister there. So if you're just looking at it on the OddsJam page, you're probably thinking, oh, OddsJam line has it at plus 374, Yankees are at plus 400. That's probably a really good bet. Not necessarily, because while there are, a vig on normal odds, right? There's a no vig odds. Whenever you're betting on a specific play, one non-future play, you need to remove the vig to find out what the true market is, the true line. You need to do the same thing for futures. So you can actually de-vig a futures market, which is pretty cool. It's really interesting, and you'd be surprised. So a normal standard, like if we're going to no vig, if we just want to find out the hold calculator, find out how much of a hold a normal minus 110 each way has, it's about 4.76. So that is about 20 cents in market width. If you just add 10 plus 10, has a hold percentage of about 4.76 on most average spread and totals bets. But looking at futures, you'd be surprised at what the hold is on futures. So what I did was just input all the odds for every single book that we have here: FanDuel, Caesars, DraftKings, Pinnacle, which is the OddsJam line, and then PointsBet. So if you're looking right off the bat, like I said, you might think, oh, the Yankees are a good one at plus 400. Not necessarily. There's actually a way in which you can de-vig the market and get the fair odds, which is, I think it's really cool. So I have a bunch of different tables and calculations here. I can talk about them, but overall, The hold on the market, it's actually a 20% hold. So like I said, the standard that most books have minus 110 odds is 4.76%. The hold on the futures market is 20%, which is just outrageous when you think about it, the amount of hold they have on the market. So the way we calculate it, it's actually pretty easy. We just calculate the implied win percentage of the pinnacle lines, and that's really easy to do. It's just a formula. You do 100 for 100% divided by 100% plus the pinnacle line. So basically, to get the percent, you're literally just dividing 100 by the pinnacle line to get the percent, then dividing 100 by that number to get the implied odds. So if you do that for every single one, you get the implied win percentage for the Yankees of like 21%, all that, like 21%. The Dodgers are at 20, 17 for the Astros, 11 for the Mets, and so on and so forth. But if you sum all these up, you get about 1.2, which means 120%. And that's where you get the 20% hold from. So in order to calculate the fair win percentage with the VIG removed without the hold on the market, it's another formula. All you need to do is just divide the pinnacle implied odds of 20%, or excuse me, in this case, the Yankees 21%, by the entire market. So you divide 20% in this case by 120%, and you get the fair odds for the Yankees at 18%. And then once you get the pinnacle fair win percentage, you can then from there calculate what the fair odds are based on the pinnacle line. And that's exactly what is done here. It's another formula, 1 minus the pinnacle fair odds, or excuse me, the fair win percentage, and you divide that number by the percentage multiplied by 100. I know this is a lot of math. You don't really need to understand the math behind it if you don't want to do this yourself. Luckily, you were watching this video, so you have some, excuse me, my power just went out. That's why I says trying to connect. But you have someone like me who can do this for you. So all you need to know is that I did a bunch of mathematical formulas. I found out that the hold on this market is 20%. And by having that number, I can find out what the actual fair win percentage of each individual team is. So the Yankees have an 18% chance of winning the World Series, according to Pinnacle, and that equates to the fair odds of about plus 468. So now I know that those plus 400 on Caesars and DraftKings, those are actually not positive expected value. Those don't beat what the no big fair odds are of this market. So the last thing I did was I just created an if formula, basically to saying that yes, no, in terms of whether it's a good bet or not. I literally just have an if statement that just says yes, no. So now, instead of needing to go through each individual one and find out if there's a situation of a good bet, I just need to find out what the yes is, and then I can talk about it from there. So right off the bat, we see that the Blue Jays have a couple good lines. The best one is obviously FanDuel at plus 200, so it wouldn't make sense to bet Caesars at plus 1,800, where you can get FanDuel at plus 2,000. But there's a really good line that you can get on the Blue Jays. So the fair odds have the Blue Jays at plus pretty much 1,700, 1,766. You can get them all the way at plus 2,000 on FanDuel. As we can see, there are a ton of values. Pretty much, I mean, the majority of them are on FanDuel, right? We see a lot of yeses that aren't FanDuel related, but if we're just looking at the best odds, the next yes is on the Padres. Best odds at plus 3,000. The Pinnacle line has it at plus 2,000. That's insane. When we look at all of the biggest gaps between the fair odds on the Pinnacle line versus what we're getting on FanDuel, the Padres have the clearest value of all of them, right? Plus 1,700 to plus 2,000. It's good. It's plus 2,000 to plus 3,000 is insane. The Brewers is also really good. Plus 2,000 all the way up to plus 2,500. That one's really good. Not quite as good as the Padres, but still really good. The White Sox have some value, plus 4,000 up to plus 4,500. The Red Sox have some value at plus 4,300 all the way up to plus 5,000. And then the last team that is really worth betting on are the Mariners at plus 5,000. This one's on DraftKings. So we can see all the books that have the best odds, right? We have highlighted here in this kind of bluish, greenish shade, depending on if you're colorblind or not. And then we can also back out what the Pinnacle fair win percentage is of these teams. So Pinnacle basically gives the Blue Jays and the Padres a 5% chance of winning the World Series, but you can get the Padres all the way up at plus 3,000, which is just crazy. It's ridiculous So the difference is a little bit between the Blue Jays and the Padres, but 5.3% to 4.75. That's negligible when you think about the difference between plus 2,000 to plus 3,000. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and go to FanDuel. We're going to put in a future on the Padres because of this information. So we have up here the Padres plus 3,000. I'm going to put $50 on it, $50 to win 1,500. So if the Padres win the World Series, I'll be sitting nice and pretty. Just 2 units. It's I mean, if you want to put 1 unit on it, but just finding the value like this is awesome. So overall, the goal of this video is to show you that you can devig markets specifically for futures markets, and you can find value even though it's a little more complicated. Again, luckily you don't need to do this yourself. You have someone like me who you can watch do it. And the beauty of this is you could do it for a bunch of different markets. So I did it for the World Series. You can also do it for the league winner, National and American League. You can do this for football. You can do this for basketball futures. Any sport that offers a future market, you can devig and you can find out the true odds. So this is going to be part 1 of the series that I'm going to be doing, just devigging futures markets, finding futures odds. People might think that, oh, the Yankees have the best chance of winning at 17%. I should just bet them. But not necessarily. You're not necessarily betting on the team with the best odds. You're betting on the team with the best value. And in this case, I like the Padres a lot. I mean, they're hopefully getting Tatis back. They do have a talented team. If they can put it together, it would be surprising a little bit, but it wouldn't be the most shocking thing that happened in the world if they did get it together. So that is going to be the video. Again, devigging the market, finding value on futures, placing an actual futures bet on the Padres, which you saw me do right here, which is right here, futures on the Padres. I also have one on the Dodgers as well for a different promo. But anyways, that is going to be it. That is going to be the video. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I know this was a lot of math. Hopefully it made sense. Regardless, I would recommend joining the Discord. The link is in the description of the video. Track all our plays with us. Go to this spreadsheet, track all our plays, see how well we're doing, and then you can decide if you want to sign up for some paid plans. But no pressure at all. If not, we'll have some free stuff that we're posting here. We'll have some, again, trophies of our best wins, and it'll be value even for the free users. But regardless, again, that is all I got for you. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.